Okay, I am going to talk a little bit about what we describe as the cloning and customizing, or the community of practice panel. So when you open a version of the manual, and here's the Casus manual, it looks a little bit like this. I tend to press F11 to tuck away the top of the browser. And on the front page, I can see a number of panels. There's a little note to new users. I can browse our team's developing practice, but the one that I want to focus on is what's the AMBIT community writing about. This panel has a button that says Browse the Community of Practice, and I'm going to click that, and what it does is open a list of all the most recent changes that have happened in the community of practice. Most of the changes listed at this particular point in time, at the beginning of October, reflect the fact that I've been setting up a lot of new manuals for some teams in Camden. We've been training, but you can see that Susie has done some editing of some other content. But I want to focus on the one down here, which is the last one that was done on the 30th of September by another member of the Camden team. We're just using this as an example. So if I was interested in an AA route map to Amden in Cambit, from my position here, I'm in the Casus Child and Adolescent Substance Use Service in Cambridge, but say for some reason I was interested in this and I clicked on that button, you'll see that I get a little snippet. It says here showing snippet, and I get a little snippet that gives me the first few lines of the page. Oh, sorry, I've managed to. It says AMBIT was introduced in Camden in 2013 in order to provide a shared framework for work with families with acute and complex needs who have multiple Camden services involved in their lives. If I wanted to see more detail than that, I could click this button that says Go To. And what that does, it will open a view of that page in the Camden manual. So I'm going to, just before I do that, come out of the full screen version so that you can see that what happens when I click Go To is that a new tab opens up the top here. You can see it's just trying to download from my rather slow internet connection. And while it's filling up there, I'll show you the other point that I can get, which is that not only do I get a Go To button, but I also get a button that says Clone and Customise. Now I will only see that second button if top right hand corner I'm switched into what is called edit mode. So if I'm only browsing in my manual, or I don't have editing rights for my manual, I won't get that second button. But here I've got a Clone and Customise button. Right, now that my slow internet connection has allowed us, we can go back to this other tab that opened, and you'll see that it's opened the Camden version of the manual, and here is a lovely page of manualized writing about how AMBIT is helping Camden to think about the way they do their work with these very complex families. Now, for the sake of argument, let's suggest that there was content in there that was fabulously appropriate and useful for the Casus team in Cambridgeshire. If I like it, I could click, therefore, Clone and Customise. So I'll do that now, and what that does is it generates a new page which is open for me to start to edit and customize this content to suit my local needs. Okay, make that a headline, and I can shut that page. So what you'll see, if you look carefully in the rather poor quality video that we're making, is that this page has a little subheading that says it is derived from AMBIT Camden. If I go back to the Camden manual, you can see the page that they've made says AMBIT original content. Now if I refresh that page, what you'll find is that it's also marked with the fact that it's now being cloned once. Okay, so AMBIT get a little credit, if you like, that says somebody else somewhere thought this was really a rather fantastic piece of content that deserved to be cloned and used elsewhere, and CASUS have a new piece of appropriate, useful manualized material that they can start to build on. And this is one of the ways that emerging best practice can propagate across a wide range of teams. So that all starts from this browsing of the community of practice. And I hope that that's helpful and that people will take time to look at what other teams are doing and will enjoy cloning and customizing material and looking at what material they can be writing that others might find useful too. Thanks.